Right, so my 3 ideas. My first idea is a documentary about home education. I've chosen this because I know home education really well. I was homeschooled my whole life before I came to college. So I have a few ideas about how I'm going to portray home education. I don't know if it's going to be unbiased. I don't know how I'm going to approach it. So I'm going to film a homeschool group in Watford. The mums and the children as well, if I'm allowed. I'm also going to interview my sister because she was homeschooled her whole life. She went to school to do A-levels and then she went to university, did masters in like engineering because she's smart. She's the successful one of the family. And now she's in Germany, like a really successful job. She is very secretive, so she's done very well. So I want to talk to her, see her viewpoint on it. I'm also going to talk to some people who have been to school, then been brought out, and then others who have been home educated and then gone to school to get their opinions on it. My second idea, I'm going to do a 10-minute music video. It's a remix by Andy Wu, 2018 remix. It's put into 7 sections, but I found that if you put it into 5, there's like a 2-minute story for each section. So I haven't really figured out each one yet, but I feel like the first 2 would just be dancers. So the opening is just dancer in a spotlight. So there'd be 5 individual, very unique stories that I could fit into that. Then my third idea is about my hometown, about all the mysteries that have gone around it. So murders, disappearances, drug busts, prostitution. A lot of that has happened in my town. So I was going to talk to our town crier who knows all of these stories. He's grown up in our town. He's never left.
You have a town crier?
Yeah.
What is that?
So somebody who like rings bells and stuff.
He's really, really loud.
In Beaconsfield?
Yeah. He's very much involved with the council as well, so he's heard stories, he's been involved with the police. So yeah, those are my 3 ideas.
Whoa.
So what do you guys think?
They sound really cool. I like the homeschooling one because homeschooling has become a lot more online recently, so that's a good way of staying relevant. You could do loads of research on that. But I'm really interested about the Beaconsfield one now.
I like the homeschool one because I just don't know a thing about it, and I couldn't ever imagine myself, like, as much as I hated school, I could never have seen myself being homeschooled. Like I don't think my mum could put up with me for that long.
Yeah, I like the homeschool one. I do also like the mystery one because I do like conspiracy theories. And I find that very interesting, like the whole Shane Dawson kind of style, which would be really cool. But I think the homeschool one, because it's kind of got something to do with your life, like you said, you're good at like making documentaries, like things in your life and how that's like affected you and like stuff like that. I think it has that personal touch to it, which the other documentaries probably wouldn't have. So I think that would make it the most effective one out of the 3 to do.
I really like the music video idea, but I definitely think the homeschool one is definitely like the top one. Like Zara said, it's personal, it's just, you'll do it justice because you're passionate about it. But like if I was to give like improvements on like any of the ideas, with the music video, what you could do if you chose that one is with transitions between them, you could kind of have each story kind of blend.
Yeah, I was going to have some like
kind of
either
thing.
an element like maybe like even just like something on your bedside table. It would be like they would all intersect, but they'd be completely different stories.
That's what I mean.
Like
Yeah,
completely
that'd
different
be really
places.
cool.
So yeah.
Yeah, the homeschool one, like, I just think it'd be really interesting to see those different perspectives on it. So maybe you could also talk to somebody who doesn't know about homeschooling. So to say, what have you enjoyed about school? You could take that like kind of route as well. So you could talk to a homeschooler, what have you enjoyed about homeschooling? And then school, what have you enjoyed about school? What would you like? You've liked it to be like. And then
Yeah,
see,
somebody
I
who's
don't know.
never, like an outsider's
Yeah, an outsider's point
perspective.
of view, and that's
Yeah.
probably most of the people that will be watching it won't really know. So to see that, maybe they can relate to it or something.
That's the thing, it's such a small thing, I think it'd be really interesting to know. I know about 3 people who've been homeschooled, and so it's such a small thing, but recently it's becoming much more accessible.
I think you should show the negatives because personally, if I thought about myself being homeschooled, I just think, well, I wouldn't hang out with anyone, I wouldn't leave the house. and I think I'll just be bored. So I think you should show like people who have had good experiences and people who have had like bad experiences. Yeah, like a combination.
I think also for the music video one, if you're gonna do it, like look up Panic at the Disco, because they did 3 music videos that actually like
They're all intertwined, yeah.
yeah, they all intertwine with each
the
other.
Lumineers.
Yeah,
and
Lumineer's a good one.
Their music videos.
Oh, and
so they all like link together. Like the endings are the start of the next music
Video,
video.
yeah.
Yeah, and Glass Animals as well.
Yeah.
They did an album where it was all interconnected.
It's like Lumineers, yeah.
Yeah, because I know Fall Out Boy recently, for their most recent album, they did that. So I do know of like ways of like mixing them all together and sort of intertwining them all. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. But I really like the
That
whole
was
school
really
one.
strong.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
You have a lot to choose from, Jamina.
Young the Jamina.
Young Egypt.